Hey everyone, how's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I got that 85 F350 in. Remember the one that was not pumping any fuel? And everybody's like, oh, it's out of gas, it's out of gas. I'm like, it's not out of gas. But so many people were like, it's out of gas. And I'm like, no, it's not out of gas. Something's going on. Something's wrong with the suction side on this system. Now, this is a mechanical fuel pump, and I'll just reminisce with you here. I'll go over what had happened. It had been sitting for a long time. The customer put fuel in it and said it wouldn't start. Okay, so I get it, and I start checking. Sure enough, it would start if I added fuel to the carburetor. I could get it to start and run. I had suction on the suction side of the fuel pump, but I had no fuel getting into the motor. Other people had said, oh, you could have a bad fuel pump pumping fuel into the oil. Yes, very true. I have seen that. I've seen that plenty of times. That's not the case here. This fuel pump has been changed. So let me just show you what we got. So here is the fuel line from the vehicle itself. Dang it. Of course, now I got compressor. So let me wait for the compressor to stop and then we'll continue. All right, so the compressor stopped. Let me get back to this. So here we have the fuel line coming from the tank. And I could tell by looking at it that somebody's been messing with it. I could just see clamps down there and stuff like that on the frame, but I never knew because I didn't have it on a lift or anything. So what I did was I took the suction side off, ran a new rubber hose into a tank. There's fuel in here, a simple little tank here, and it starts and runs on it. You saw that in the video. So I got it in the shop, I put it up in the air, and I saw something. So I figured, all right, let me let it down. Now that it runs, let me let it down, get the dump body up because it's a PTO-driven hydraulic pump. But let me show you what I got. So back here, what I saw from underneath is right there. See the kink? Right there? Now that's a plastic line. That blue is a plastic line. So, you ever kink a straw? Where you kink it and the ends get a crack in it? So I was thinking that's what the entire problem was. However, after I got the dump body up, check this out. Dun dun dun. That's the fuel line right there. You ain't sucking any fuel through that. I'll tell you that right now. So, yeah. So this thing needs an entire fuel line going forward. Also, dun dun dun. Might say through the actual fill pipe. So now we're going to have to try to find a fill pipe for this thing. So, I don't know. People don't like to listen to me for some reason, but like I've been around the block a few times. I kind of know what things are, the way things are going. Am I right all the time? No, never. I'm never right all the time. But I have a pretty good track record. I kind of know I kind of know how things should be working, and when they don't, I kind of know why, or know the reason why things aren't happening the way they're supposed to. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see about getting fuel line for this, and I'm going to see about getting a fuel filler neck for this. I should be able to still get one, I hope, but we're about to find out. All right, let me go that route. But yeah, you are not sucking fuel through that. It's like take a straw and cut a section out of it and try to suck any soda up through that straw. You ain't doing it. So, all right, let me go along and see what I can find. So we're not going to have parts for this until Monday. It's Friday afternoon now, so I'm going to end the video here. The fuel filler neck, like I said, that's going to be a trial and error thing, trying to figure out what's what to make it work. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? But the customer wants to fix it. So the other thing too is this is a quick connect. There was no lock in there, but it doesn't really matter because there's no pressure in this system. This is a vacuum system. So, but there should be a lock on there to prevent it from rattling off of there. So I'm going to be running basically, I'm going to get a fitting for this that goes from 3/8 down to 5/16 because it's going to be a 5/16 line. So basically what we're going to do at this point is we're going to run rubber fuel line all the way up front. No big deal. On something like this, that's going to be absolutely perfectly acceptable. So we're going to do that. We're also going to tune it up too. So, and we're going to rebuild the carburetor. So I got to get numbers off this carburetor so I can actually order a carburetor rebuild kit for it. But yeah, so that's going to end this video for right now. So at least we know what's wrong. Yes, like I thought, there was a crack or a hole in the fuel line. So caused by mooses, you know what I mean. All right, guys, hopefully you got something out of that video. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day. Keep wrenching.